hear these contentious cats primed for battle.
He's releasing a line of merchandise saying, I'm cashing in on hoism. He's won as many Oscars as Leo, too.
What the hell, Campbells? Andy Warhol didn't die for this.
Because for these women, their butts really are their moneymakers.
It will be a memorable movie for years to come.
I had to let that one go a little longer just to wail on her for a little bit.
Have you ever heard of that city? I haven't.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to the April 12th, 2016 edition of Ames Tonight. I'm your co-host, Andreas Haffar.
And I'm your co-host, Laurel Feakes. Thanks for joining us for our second to last episode of the semester and academic year. But there's still so much to talk about, like the newly elected general manager of ISUtv. Congrats, Haffar.
Thanks, Feakes. That's right, folks. In an impressive feat, I staged a coup and knocked Jared Common Man Calvert, the former GM, from his perch with a mighty strike of my foot. Now, what does this mean for ISUtv? Well, for starters, it's an authoritarian regime change. That's what. The SURF members here at this club, they voted me in, so I guess that's democratic in a way. But just wait until my reign begins next year. Just wait and see. But in all seriousness, I'm honored to accept this position, and I can't thank the club and the members enough for this tremendous opportunity. I will do them proud, but we still have a show to get to, and let's turn to a more important issue. Feakes, pop up the jam. Boom. Now, recently in the United States, the struggle for transgender rights has intensified, especially in states such as Georgia, Mississippi, Indiana, and North Carolina. The main subject of this law, the bathroom. That's right, the place where we all go to swipe on Tinder and scroll through endless posts on Tumblr. It's now more restrictive than it's been in years.
Now, some of our anchors have discussed this already, but what the hell is going on here? Well, it seems like it's a bit of a trend as of late, but North Carolina is the most recent state to pass a religious freedom bill. It's called House Bill to Law. When it came time to vote for the bill, North Carolina Democrats walked out, refusing to partake in what is surely one of the most severe and not so cleverly disguised anti-LGBTQA laws in history. The law may be veiled as religious freedom, but it has deep-seated discrimination written all over it. Essentially what it means is that people are only allowed to use the public restroom that relates to your biological sex. Well, they only have two sexes on your state ID and birth certificate. You don't decide that, your parents do. Maybe at the age of 18 we should all be allowed to change that if we see fit. Even so, the argument could be made that the women's bathroom symbol isn't that of a woman, it's that of a person in a dress. Princess Leia Haffar knows all about that. But that's not the point. The point is that this law is extremely discriminatory, and transgender people shouldn't have to conform or succumb to institutionalized bigotry. Not only does this law limit public bathroom use, it also has profound effects on employment, privacy, and the protection of LGBTQA communities in the state. It has classified people into groups without equal rights.
So how do you enforce this bathroom law? Well, the University of North Carolina doesn't even know where to begin. Here's an idea. Don't enforce bathroom laws. Some have suggested gender inspectors in policing. There are even stories of police officers guarding public bathroom entrances. My counter-argument, can we not? Why is it that so many people think that if a person is gay or transgender, they're immediately labeled as a sexual deviant? There's the old fear that if someone is gay or transgender, they'll immediately hit on you or try to get in your pants. Okay, A, get over yourself. B, you should be flattered, but respond politely. Find your manners. And C, look, I'm straight. I would hit on someone, and I've been known to be promiscuous. Okay? That happens. What a cherry-picked example, but a good one nonetheless. I know I'm right. In addition, how many guys really wish for co-ed bathrooms, especially during puberty? Don't argue. You'd be lying if you said you didn't at least think the idea was rather fetching. Guys, most of you go into the bathroom, right? You go to the urinal, you stare stone-faced at the wall while you do your business, you shake it off, and then you zip up, you wash your hands, hopefully, you dry them, hopefully, and you walk out. You keep to yourselves. So, what's the big deal? It's the bathroom. We all have to do it. This whole thing is ringing some familiar bells. Soon there will be separate transgender drinking fountains, they'll have to ride in the back of the bus, they'll have to go to different schools. It's ridiculous to think that today we might be reliving a darker time in our country's history. Fun fact, you're not a hipster if you're into segregation.
If it's about sexual assault, we're pretty sure it's not, so let's take this in. A significant majority of sexual assaults are committed by males, but according to researchers at Penn State, based on their examination of 300,000 sexual assault reports in the FBI database, both gay and straight men commit sexual assaults at similar rates. It's men, not all men of course, who are doing it, regardless of sexual orientation or gender. Naturally, the backlash against this bill has been fierce. Not only have LGBTQA advocates protested in the streets, major companies have imposed harsh consequences on North Carolina for their new bill. PayPal announced a 400 job expansion freeze after the bill was passed. Bruce Springsteen canceled his tour to the state, and Haffar and I will continue doing our business in alleyways since, when is yourself being a crime? Whether or not it's the real him or a misogynistic puppet, Donald Trump is still allowed to say and do what he does. He gets to openly advocate for violence, xenophobia, and sexism, but someone can unquestionably be thrown in jail for lying about their sex on their license because their characteristics don't match the gender norms of that sex. That's a pretty poor and transparent line drawn there. Is this perhaps an indicator that our nation remains divided? I wonder what they'll say in the history books years from now about incidents like these and many others. So, for the folks at home last week, former Ames Tonight member Taylor Mankle made a startling return to the show, first throwing you, Haffar, out of your groove, and then he called you out in the weather segment. Take a look, guys.
BP versus. If folks over at Coach have their wits about them, they'll invest in lucrative and defiant product idea. God dang you, Mankle. God dang you, Mankle. God dang you, Mankle. God dang you, Mankle.
Hi, my name's Meredith, and I have your weather.
Whoa. Where's Haffar? Do you know who I am?
No. Should I?
Yes, you should know who I am. I'm Taylor Mankle, formerly the weather person for this show. What do you think you're doing here?
I'm trying to do the weather.
Well, you're doing a terrible job. You remember Billings, Montana, someday, and I swear to God, I will be in this city and I will call Andreas Haffar and smack him in the face virtually. So, Andreas Haffar, I am coming for you. You kicked me off this show. I will not be forgotten. I will not be forgotten!
That was really something. Andreas, would you care to comment on that, or?
Sure. Well, Taylor Mankle, Wankle, rather, Spankle, if you will. As we just saw, he returned to ISUtv's premiere show, and I knew he couldn't resist the urge. Ames Tonight does have that addicting element. Let's break this down. First, he says I fired him. Let me be clear. I'm not an arsonist, and there was no fire involved. There was a scheduling conflict, okay? On Tuesdays, he has his KRE radio show, Controlled Chaos and The Clone Zone, which he hasn't fired me from the latter, mind you. Fire him? No. Aggressive termination sounds more like it. Serves you right for leaving the best show there is. Why else would you beg to come back? Second, he says he's coming for me. Oh, Mankle. You won't win, I promise you. After all, you are a Cubs fan. That should tell you something. Where do I begin with you, man? Well, I should tell you, one, that it's pronounced quesadilla, not quesadilla, you fool. Mankle, you were always angry on this show. Was it because radio is dead and that the gift game is thriving? That's a possibility. Or was it because of your broken foot? I kid you not, guys. This guy probably had a broken foot for like 3 weeks and refused to see a doctor. Ignorant. Sums that word up. Let me tell you this, Mankle, I will break your soul. I will destroy you like the bear destroyed Leo in The Revenant. Maybe I'll hook you with the bear claw or lay on the bear hug. Don't mess with me, boy. Tell you what. Dude, we commentated on Jedi Dodgeball together, man. That's in the past now, okay? We may have gone to the same high school and grew up in the same area, but you're not Taylor Mankle now, no. You're Judas Wankle. Oh, and Billings, Montana. Let me tell you something. I will move there before you can afford the plane ticket, so stay out of my city. Mic drop.
Well, yeah, well, on that note, we're totally going to take a break.
Yeah, well, please stay tuned. We've got a lot more coming for you on Ames Tonight. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Ames Tonight. I'm Joy Wright, just right.
And I'm the resident trap king, Megan Moran. Thanks for tuning back in.
Rapper and actor Snoop Dogg is hotter than fish grease at Arnold Schwarzenegger for his final act as the Governor, shortening the sentence of a killer murderer whose father was one of Arnold's political allies. Snoop is absolutely seething, calling Arnold a punk and a racist piece of, well, you know the rest. In other words, I can't say on live TV. On Sunday, Esteban Nunez was released from prison 10 years early. Nunez was convicted for manslaughter, but his father is Fabian Nunez, who was the California State Assembly Speaker and a close friend to Arnold. On the last day he was in office, Arnold shortened Esteban's sentence from 16 years to 7. Snoop is pissed about what he sees as criminism, and because his friend Stanley, aka Tookie Williams, a famous leader of the Crips who died by lethal injection in San Quentin prison in 2005, Arnold refused to stay during his execution.
Kanye West. Where do I start? Okay, well, while on tour in the Philippines, Kanye took a moment after he performed his hit single, Famous, to talk about the incident with him and Taylor Swift at the VMAs 2 years back. Yeezy said that moment was the beginning of the end of his life. That was a defining moment in Kanye's career, obviously, and he said he had to fight every day against the world for what he said out loud, but what everyone else felt. In case you have no idea what I'm talking about, back in 2009, Kanye ran up on stage after Taylor Swift won for Best Video and said, "Taylor, I won't let you finish, but Beyonce had the best video of all time." Okay, now in his hit single Famous off of his newest album, Life of Pablo, Kanye said, "I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that B word famous." There is a never-ending controversy with Kanye and Taylor, and Kanye said that saying what he wasn't allowed to say and saying what no one else has said has helped him with his writer's block. And then Kanye went on to perform Famous again, and I'm going to go ahead and assume that Yeezy just does not regret 1 second of that VMA moment, and he will forever be remembered for that. Interrupting someone is called pulling a Kanye. It's just his legacy.
Early Monday morning, Ludacris and Ciara gathered at Good Morning America to announce the 2016 Billboard Music Award nominees. All was going well until they hit the category of the top rap artist. Future, Ciara's ex, was nominated and Ciara refused to say his name. Whoever tuned in would agree it was almost unbelievably cringeworthy to watch. The awkwardness wasn't lost on Ludacris, who soon realized what was going on and stepped in to announce the other categories where Future might be nominated. All props to Ludacris for stepping in because this was enough to make a person want to crawl into a hole and never come out.
Boy, oh boy, do I have some big news for you guys. Lindsay Lohan is engaged. Yep. Yeah, you heard that right. Lindsay Lohan is engaged to her boyfriend, Igor Tarabasov. Lohan said that she hasn't known her boyfriend for very long, but she is so happy. But you know what? Don't try to give credit to Igor for Lindsay putting her partying days behind her, because Lindsay said that she's gotten better for herself and only for herself. And she said, F you, I have done this for me. I take care of myself, and then the media just sets me up to fail. And you know what? If Lindsay Lohan can find love, there really is hope for everyone. So don't lose faith.
Former New Orleans Saints defensive end Will Smith has said to have a loaded gun in his car. The New Orleans PD says a fully loaded 9mm handgun was recovered from Will Smith's car after he was fatally shot. Cops made the announcement Tuesday afternoon, after finally executing a search warrant that allowed them to search Smith's Mercedes. The discovery will undoubtedly help the defense, which is claiming Cardell Hayes felt threatened by Smith at the time of his shooting. At least one witness has claimed Smith said he was going to get his gun during the heated argument following their fender bender, and that when Hayes pulled out his weapon and opened fire, cops say that they're still investigating and interviewing witnesses, including Smith's wife and 2 additional passengers in Smith's car.
Scientists have visualized effects of LSD on the brain for the first time ever. Researchers at Imperial College London were able to show what happens to the brain when someone takes LSD. The researchers chose 20 healthy volunteers to be injected with LSD and a placebo. Where do I sign up, right? Am I right, guys? No? Okay, anyways, for the first time, we can finally see what's happening to the brain during the psychedelic state and can better understand why LSD had such a profound impact on self-awareness in users and on music and art. This could have great implications for psychiatry and helping patients overcome conditions such as depression. LSD was first synthesized in 1938 and was used for treatment for psychiatric disorders, and researchers are now hoping to get a better understanding of the consciousness itself.
The heat is on Charlie Sheen. Brooke Mueller claims her ex is a deadbeat dad who owes tens of thousands of dollars in child support, and she is now setting her sights on his bank account. Mueller claims Charlie is behind to the tune of $89,000. As TMZ reported, he owes her $55,000 a month in child support, but he recently filed legal documentation saying he's now a shadow of his former financial self and wants that amount drastically reduced. Brooks unmoved by his plea of poverty and now wants authority from a judge to get her money from his bank before he's able to empty the account. No word on whether Charlie is delinquent in child support payments due to Denise Richards.
Starbucks has launched its new rewards program today, and guess what? People are not happy. The company is changing the way you get free drinks now. Instead of getting 1 star per visit, you get 2 stars per $1 spent. And to get gold level, you have to earn 300 stars instead of 30 like before. Basically, you now have to spend way more cash and visit Starbucks way more often to earn rewards, especially if you don't spend over $6 for coffee on each trip. Starbucks changed something and people are upset. Can you imagine that? Starbucks just cannot catch a break with the whole red cup situation and now with the whole rewards problem. I mean, when will it end, guys? God.
And that's the news, folks.
Stick around for the Common Man's movie review, wacky weather, and ladies' lounge. Stay tuned.
'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my fondland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club.
Welcome back to Ames Tonight. Next week on the season finale of this show, you'll get to see a debate between Annie Harmon and myself on who is better between Captain America and Iron Man. So in anticipation of Captain America Civil War, I figured I could catch you up on what has happened in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's see how fast we can get this going. This is a common man's Marvel review. It all started in 2008 with Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr. plays Tony Stark, CEO of a weapons company. While in the Middle East, Stark takes some shrapnel to his chest and is captured. In captivity, he uses weapons he's built to create a mechanical suit to escape. This leads him to perfecting his suit and pretty much becoming the greatest superhero of all time. Go Team Iron Man. This film also sets up the rest of the cinematic universe with a cameo from Samuel L. Jackson and the line, "I'm here to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative." Later in 2008, The Incredible Hulk hit the screens. Bruce Banner, played by Edward Norton, is an expert in gamma radiation and was experimenting on potential super soldier serums when he was exposed to radiation himself and turned into an enormous giant green rage monster. The biggest takeaway from this film is that the characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe can appear in each other's films, seen by a cameo of the great Tony Stark at the end. Moving into 2010, Iron Man 2 was released. In this film, Stark deals with a Russian who knows how to create the power source for his suits, called the arc reactor. And another problem is that the element used in his own arc reactor is poisoning him / killing him. This film is important because the MCU, it gave chances the first good glimpse of Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, director of the secret government agency known as S.H.I.E.L.D., and it also gave audiences their first look at fellow Avenger Black Widow, played by Scarlett Johansson. And of course, we saw Iron Man's sidekick War Machine, played by Don Cheadle. In 2011, the MCU expanded their horizons with Thor. Thor, played by Chris Hemsworth, is the Prince of Asgard in a realm far away from Earth. He has a powerful hammer that allows him to strike down enemies, fly, and summon lightning. Pretty cool, right? After waging war on the realm without his father's permission, the realm of Jotunheim, that is, Thor is banished to Earth and must learn to survive without his power. Meanwhile, Thor's brother Loki, played by Tom Hiddleston, is scheming to take over Asgard. This film is key because it shows that the MCU extends beyond Earth. Loki has been the best villain in the MCU, and we get our first look at the archery Avenger Hawkeye, played by Jeremy Renner. Later in 2011, Captain America, the first Avenger, rounded out the singular hero films for Marvel's Phase 1. Steve Rogers, played by Chris Evans, is selected for a super soldier program during World War II. After being subjected to a formula that transforms him into the perfect soldier, he discovers that a secret subgroup of Nazis known as Hydra is after world domination throughout the use of a powerful cube known as the Tesseract. This film is important because it ties everything together and leads into the Avengers. Speaking of Avengers, in 2012, the Avengers were made known. Loki, big bad self, brings an alien army to Earth, and it is up to Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, and Hawkeye, and S.H.I.E.L.D., of course, to stop him. It was one of the first times characters from several movies had come together for one mega blockbuster. This movie let the world know, let every world know, that the Avengers exist and that they're dangerous. It also showed us the true power of the Tesseract and opening up other points in space. Iron Man 3 was released in May 2013, and this is considered the first film in Phase 2 of the MCU. What's important in this film is that Tony Stark is emotionally unstable after the events of the Avengers. It causes him to have anxiety attacks as well as build more suits. Overcoming these personal obstacles adds a human element to this superhero movie. Later in 2013, the God of Thunder returned in Thor: The Dark World. Thor's love interest, Jane Foster, played by Natalie Portman, discovers an ancient substance known as the Ether. This awakens a dark elf known as Malekith, who seeks power to use its power to submerge the 9 realms of the universe into eternal darkness. The most important thing about this film is in the mid-credits scene, we find out that the Ether and the Tesseract are both Infinity Stones, which will come into play a few years from now. Quite the shakeup in the MCU came in 2014 with the release of Captain America: The Winter Soldier. In this film, Cap learns the S.H.I.E.L.D. has been deeply infiltrated by members of Hydra and that they have turned his best friend Bucky into an assassin known as the Winter Soldier. Up until this point, S.H.I.E.L.D. has been the backbone of the MCU, but the end of this film sees the end of the organization as a whole. It also introduces the Falcon, played by Anthony Mackie. Later in 2014, Marvel Studios became invincible with Guardians of the Galaxy. This lesser-known story is about a group of criminals, including a human, a raccoon, a tree, and a couple other aliens. This film is important because it introduces the cosmic element of the MCU, as well as the granddaddy of bad guys, Thanos, played by Josh Brolin. This film shows that Marvel can make a movie on any of its characters and be successful. In 2015, the gang is back together in Avengers: Age of Ultron. After finding Loki's Mind Scepter in a Hydra base, Tony Stark uses it to jumpstart a peacekeeping program. This plan backfires, however, as an evil cyber presence is created and an army of robots is released upon a European city that actually is fictional. This film shows that Stark is still fearful of an alien invasion, and it introduces characters such as Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Taylor Johnson as Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. The Avengers lineup is changed by the end of the film. Following this change in the lineup, Ant-Man was released in July of 2015. Paul Rudd plays Scott Lang, an expert burglar. Lang gets recruited by Hank Pym, played by Michael Douglas, to steal the data and technology for a shrinking formula and suit. To pull off this heist, however, Paul Rudd must wear Pym's original shrinking suit, befriend a bunch of insects, and become the Ant-Man. This film is a comic relief film, and it concludes Phase 2 of the MCU. It also includes an appearance from Falcon and an invite extended to Lang to join the Avengers. Captain America: Civil War, which will be the center of next week's debate, will focus on the damage caused by the events in the Marvel Universe. A policy requiring more oversight of superheroes divides the Avengers into two teams, led by Iron Man and Captain America. Iron Man is for oversight, feeling that everyone should be accountable for the results of their actions. Captain America is against oversight, feeling that people have the right to stop bad guys without the permission of the government. In addition to what will be soon 13 movies, Marvel is supplementing their cinematic universe with numerous TV shows to give a closer look at the world beneath the superhero level. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. continues to show how the secret organization operates between superhero films, while Agent Carter follows Captain America's first love interest after he got iced. While those shows air on ABC, Netflix has their own little universe developing in Hell's Kitchen, including series such as Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and the upcoming Luke Cage. These series are building up to a team-up series in the future called The Defenders. That's been a Marvel review. Tune in next week to see the debate, and thank you for watching a Common Man give average reviews this year. This has been a Common Man's Marvel review. I'm Jared Calvert, and I'm just a common man in an uncommon land.
Welcome back to Ladies Lounge. Tonight we have a super special segment of Ladies Lounge where we're going to be policing the fashion worn at this year's MTV Movie Awards. Focusing solely on the worst and the best, or the worst of the worst, depending on how you want to look at it. Here is our analysis of these horrendous acts of fashion. Oh my goodness. Starting it off is the flower suit worn by Michael J. Willett. Now, ladies, what do you think of this suit? Annie?
Well, you know.
Annie, I'll ask your opinion first.
Old. Oh,
well,
wow.
I mean, the flowers, though. The flowers. I mean, dude kind of looks like the Hudson. Dirty.
All right.
I'd say it's a little pattern heavy.
You know, I kind of like it. It's kind of tie-dye. It's pretty appropriate. It's kind of cool.
For spring.
I mean, he's a stylish guy, and he also kind of plays the same stereotypical gay man in every film or show he's in, and I don't know.
Is he on MTV?
Yeah. He is on MTV. It's a very, I like this suit. It's fitted well. It's the MTV Movie Awards. It's not like he's at the Oscars. Like you wouldn't roll up at the Oscars wearing that.
Yeah.
I think it's appropriate. It's appropriate for the MTV Movie Awards.
True.
All right.
We'll give you that.
All right. Next we have a OVO suit worn by Brandon Wardle. I don't even know who this kid is.
I don't either, but can I just say he looks like every single college kid ever. He's got a backpack on, his shoes are dirty, looks like he's carrying some sort of lanyard.
What's up with his hair?
I think he just wrote did he come back from track practice?
That's honestly what it looks like.
Is he an intern?
Not say track.
Is he an intern at Drake's label? I mean, that's what OVO is.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
An intern, he doesn't look like an intern.
But I mean, Ovo is from Drake, so is he just?
My
is he
question though is, what's in the backpack? What's he bringing?
Snacks.
Oh,
He's bringing popcorn to the MTV music.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Can I just like ask, what do most college students use a backpack for after 9 o'clock on a weekend?
He also looks like he's 12. I think he's getting his homework done.
Homework. I like that.
Obviously, homework.
Studious.
All right. Next we have the Pepe shirt worn by Blake Anderson, and
This is
The
Moran.
best outfit. I don't care what
do you
anyone
mean the
else
best
says.
of the
This
worst?
looks like
No,
Shaun
the
White.
best of the best.
His shirt is a meme.
I need.
It's the MTV Movie Awards. What?
Exactly. What
What
else
more
can
can you
you
expect
You
out of
need
this?
a button-down Pepe shirt for the MTV Movie Awards.
Yeah.
I would probably wear that to the Oscars if I ever had the chance to go.
But you've already won an Oscar, so.
Exactly. Don't need to go again.
Okay.
All right, we have a lace-up dress worn by Kat Graham. That's Gigi Hadid, everybody.
Okay, well, we'll look at
But
it.
you know, Gigi Hadid, she's on our best dress list.
She
Yes.
is, for
I
sure.
mean-
I like the hair. It's a new look.
I don't know.
They're fake bangs.
Yeah, I'm digging it. She looks
Aw.
like a 90s pop star. I like it.
I mean, yeah, I don't like. I'm
too South Korean.
not into the hair.
South Korea. What? I think it works. I mean, she's mixing it up. It's not the same outfit she wears everywhere.
That's true.
She's not in Balmain.
Does she
True.
wear
That's
the
mixed.
same outfit
True.
everywhere? I
Well, not the
just
same
assumed
outfit,
for Supermodel,
but the
you
same
probably
like
don't.
design. She wears very similar designs and a very similar like
Silhouette,
format to
yeah.
every other thing in the world. She's in every single magazine. She's switching up. She's business cash.
Business
cash.
For
Business cash.
Get on
Nobody
board
ever
with
thought
that.
that would happen.
So what do we think about the Granny Winkle or
Batty Winkle.
Batty Winkle? Yeah, that
Patty
one.
Winkle, that pink.
Yeah,
The
let's
pink
take a look at her outfit.
Yeah, the pink unitard.
With the
How-
fur jacket.
And
I
the
mean,
tie. Let's not forget
what-
the tie.
you can't
and
forget the tie.
platform tennies. That's true.
This is true.
Let's
I mean, oh, there it
appreciate
is.
You know,
that for
it's
a
a
minute.
horrible look, but once you're past 80, I don't think she gives a damn anymore.
No, she doesn't.
When you're that hip,
I mean, look how
you
happy
can
she
wear whatever
looks.
you want.
Yeah, she's just
She
happy
is
to be
so
there.
happy. She
That's
can
called-
rock it better than anyone.
But I
Like,
mean, she's
let's
best
be
friends with
honest
Miley
about that
Cyrus, so
part.
there might be another reason why she's
I would say the vest on its own, not a bad look.
All right, next we have Holland Roden she's from Teen Wolf, right?
Oh, God.
Blueberry.
Blueberry.
Blueberry from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Veruca
right there.
Salt? Is that what it was?
Not
No.
flattering
What's her name?
at all.
Is it Veruca Salt that gets turned
No,
into Blueberry?
it's Violet Beauregard.
Oh yeah, Violet. That
Yes.
makes sense because
Violet
Violet and
Violet.
Blueberry, yeah.
Yeah, it turns into a blueberry. That's what
Veruca
it
Salt
looks like.
choose the
Blueberry
gum.
Kuckelman.
All right, here we have Lily Singh. Okay, I don't know why we put this on the worst dress list.
I think she.
Everybody gives me a dirty look immediately.
Because she's
She
wearing
looks
the
like
weirdest
she's-
shoes and
Okay,
the belt
well, the
is in
shoes-
wrong spot.
shoes
It's
isn't
like
great.
a robe before you box.
It
That's
has a
accurate.
terrible, terrible waistline.
And
It's
the hair.
awful. It's
And the hair.
horribly
She looks
fitted.
like a-
The hair.
Her
Hold up,
looks
let's
like
get
a
this back.
horsetail.
Can we get this back up here? The hair? What's wrong with the hair?
It looks like a
Horsetail. Literally,
Yeah.
horsetail.
She
Right
has
there.
long
There's so
hair.
much more she could have done.
The necklace.
Okay,
the
we know that
shoes,
she
just-
doesn't actually have long hair.
True.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
That's
Okay,
true.
but she does have long hair, but it's not that long.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Moving
fake.
on.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do we have? Mike Posner. Oh, here we go.
Nope, who's this?
Oh, this is Taronda Jones.
Jones. Who is Taronda Jones?
Yeah, who is that?
I don't know, but her outfit is horrible.
Awful.
She
Is
tried
it
to make a statement.
part of Adidas? Is that or what
I
was
don't
going
know.
on over
I
there?
don't know.
Is
There's
it like?
I don't know, but I
There's
think
Adidas,
she's forgot
there's
like
boobs,
some
I don't know.
undergarments.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, that's the style
I
on
mean,
the
she
red
probably
carpet,
zip it
but
up a little bit more.
she probably
How
has
old is
the-
she?
Class it up a little.
the
The
boobs.
Kim
The
Kardashian
boob tape. Well, I wouldn't. It's not strictly Kim K, but yeah, boob tape. Everybody wears boob tape on the red
Oh,
carpet.
here's
Oh,
my
okay.
poster.
All right.
Posner.
But
Well.
he took a pill in Ibiza,
And he
Because
never
of
came
me,
back.
and he never came back.
Never.
Oh man.
I mean,
I don't know
are we
what
supposed to hit
I
his
don't
head
know
with
what
a bat
this
and
paper
candy's
mache
going to
is.
come out? Or?
I don't.
Yeah, is he a pinata? Like,
Hey.
what,
I mean,
what was the
I-
point?
what was the point? I don't know. What was the point of
Protect
Lady
the
Gaga
anonymity.
coming in an egg?
Okay, Lady Gaga's one thing, but Mike Posner.
I think it is. I mean, I guess I don't. He's trying to make a comeback. Maybe he's
Well, he'll definitely be buried. in
trying to make a statement. I don't know.
I'd rather see his actual face.
All right, next we have Jessica Chastain. And, okay, I think it's,
I mean,
Oh, she looks like Mother Addams from the Addams family.
it's a little vampirous.
it is.
It's bad.
The hair looks good though. I like the hair. I like the middle part.
Face, spot on,
I think
dress, drapes.
the angle's also kind of a weird angle, but other than that, it doesn't look that. It didn't look that bad.
No.
Wasn't the worst on the worst dress.
No, definitely not.
And finally, we have the Mother of Dragons, Emilia Clarke, with a face dress. Okay,
Now, whose face is this?
it's just a pattern.
Ugly.
You don't like it?
No.
It'd be cool if it was a real person.
Okay, all right.
Khaleesi, no.
Khaleesi, no.
Khaleesi.
I think the cut of everything except for the pattern.
Yeah, I like that.
Would have been better just white.
But the hair looked good, makeup looked good.
Hair looks good.
Yeah, all right. So, move on to the best dress.
Okay.
We'll start out with Kendall Jenner.
Oh, yeah.
It took 2 people to get her in these boots.
Wow.
Are they boots?
Well, that's what she called them. That's what she called it. Lace-up boots. I mean, what else? What else? Sandals?
I like them.
I hate them.
You hate it?
I hate them. I
Alright,
like the dress, but the shoes are weird.
Well, she's best friends with the designer of the dress, so
The dress is fine.
a lot. Yeah, the dress
I
is
can get
okay.
on board with it.
You know, Annie, you have something to say?
No, actually, for once I don't.
All right, we can move on to Adam Devine. There he is.
Ooh. Adam, those
He's
shoes.
sharp.
Yeah.
See, I feel like this is a perfect suit for the MTV Movie Awards.
Yep.
It's
Sure.
A little bit
It's-
more fun.
It's a little more fun. It's a little
Playful.
relaxed. The
Laid
shoes,
back.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I look at his face and I just want to laugh every time. I don't know why.
like in a, like
No, he's got one of those punchable faces.
one of
I
those
don't try that.
punchable faces.
All right.
Okay, we'll move on.
Okay, we got Gigi Hadid.
We already talked
We already talked about her.
But-
Business cash. It's the MTV Movie Awards. She wanted to dress
Still
down.
Just
Digging
don't
the
like,
hair.
I don't like the
You don't like the hair?
But, we'll move on.
Okay. Let's see. We got Cara Delevingne, also wearing Balmain.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's best dressed every time.
Wasn't she wearing
always
another
looks
black
fly.
unitard type
Yep.
deal beforehand too?
Yeah, she was.
Ooh,
Yes.
There was like a
change.
bunch of cutouts and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did not like that
was,
one.
See, I think that was actually the Balmain. That one was a different one.
Yeah,
but
that one didn't look like Bowman.
no.
I don't
don't
have
know.
much bad to
I like
say
the
about
color
that.
on her. It looks really nice.
I mean, she rocks anything.
yeah, she
Eyebrows always
always
on
looks
fleek.
good.
Makeup always
Always.
looks good. You know, it's
That's
Cara Delevingne.
Steal a graphic during this graphic.
All right, Chris Pratt.
Take a mic.
So he
Brad.
Oh, Chris
Yeah.
Pratt always looks good, let me tell you.
Can we talk about the contour though? Because
Yeah.
he contoured his face for this, guys. Like
Oh.
a woman. Like to accentuate those cheekbones.
I mean, I'm not mad about it.
No.
Yeah, no, it
Oh,
looks
no.
good.
It's,
I can appreciate
Pratt
that.
can
I
do
can get
that.
on board with that.
I love that he actually put the whole process on Instagram. He's not hiding the fact that he's wearing makeup.
no,
He's
he,
owning it.
no, he doesn't.
Hell no.
Does not care at all. And I like the blue leather jacket.
Yeah.
Dressed
Nice.
up like he dressed up like a real superhero. Yeah, it was amazing. All right, so I guess that's all. That's all we got. Did anybody want some last comments, last digs,
Nice digs.
last anything?
No,
No.
I think I'm
Not at
fine.
Final
all.
words. All right,
got
well
it all
that's
set.
all we have tonight for Fashion Police on Ames Tonight. We're gonna toss it to the weather wall for angry weather.
Hello. I've returned. As you all probably know from the last episode of Ames Tonight, it was garbage. Absolute garbage. So I have returned. I have made the return to do what is rightfully mine, Haffar. Doesn't matter how many videos you put out there. I will return, and I have returned. And this is my show now. Whoa.
Whoa. Your show?
Hello?
This is my show.
This is not your wall. I am the clicker. Moving on. All right, 45 degrees. It's out there. Records, parentheses, without an end. All this is going
You
on.
are not using your hips, Mankle.
This is the beginning.
You're
You
like
gotta warm up to it. You gotta warm up to it. Come on.
You gotta slap the wall. You
I
gotta
agree.
get into it.
You gotta
Mankle.
get
What are
in.
you doing?
I'm working here. That's what I'm doing, because it's green out there, and I can't handle it anymore.
Get
Too
angry.
long. I'm angry. I'm angry because this little blue part's coming over, and it's just dragging in here, making a mess of things. Making a mess.
Well, I am so excited to
Oh,
say that
God.
this is my show now. And
Punny,
Mankle,
huh?
you're out of
Okay.
here. I really doubt that you'll be able to finish this.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see about that, because once that blue comes in, it's all over the place. It's like the Blue Man Group throwing paint everywhere. They don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. It's all confusing. Don't go. It's weird. It costs too much anyways.
Kicking it over to Davenport at
done.
33
degrees.
I like
oh,
that.
yeah. Mason City up
Yep.
there at 37 degrees. A little chilly, but whatever. No one really cares about Mason City these days. What's up there?
She's on to something here. I'll tell you what, you're not as bad as last time, but watch this. Just throw it out there. It's too crazy to handle because the United States. Oh. Oh.
I stole your Billings, Mankle. What are you going to do about it? What you going to do about
You know
it?
what? I might as well just move there. I'll wait for Haffar to be there. He's going to be the mayor, and then I'm going to kick him out of that office too because I'm still coming for him. But I'll tell you what, I'll give you the Billings. You know, you've worked pretty hard. You earned that Billings. I'll give you that.
You switched it on me.
I did. You got to be ready for things.
Okay,
There's
all right.
Chapman, yellow. Where'd
Again.
it come from?
I don't know. Apparently it's going to be, I drought it. Yellow.
Yep, okay. All right, moving on. You know, she's still learning here, but she's getting better. We walk along the 7-day forecast. Nice. She's got the spin move down. I'll tell you what.
Michael Jackson right there.
I'll tell you what, Meredith, you know, this isn't the worst weather I've ever seen.
Thank you.
I think you've earned this.
Yeah?
I think I need to go after something better, so I'm going to give this to you. But Andreas Haffar, next week, I swear as much as I swore that I would virtually slap you in Billings, Montana, I will be at that desk, and I will end you. Ah!
That's Ames Tonight!